Welcome to Sweet Tree of Life. Welcome, Pisces, wonderful water sign. Welcome to September 2022 reading. Thank you for your patience in waiting for this reading to come out this month. We've had several things have come up that have kind of gone in the way, but I'm so glad I'm here with you guys today. Let's go ahead and start the reading. The reading here is what the issue is, the Wheel of Fortune. So the wheel here being in the reverse position is telling me that some of you are losing balance in some area of your life. It may feel as though your instincts are off, timing is off because of the wheel not going the way it should be going. But it does remind you with this card that it is important to pause in order to get back into step with the universe. So there's some pausing that needs to be done. Let's see what else unfolds here. Right here in the number 2 position, we have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands here shows me kind of like what your drive is. You do have that passion, that confidence. You're full of life. You know, on the negative side, though, with this card, the Knight of Wands tends to be a little bit too rash, too daring, so sometimes he can be a little insensitive. So what this is reminding us of is, wait and think out your next step more carefully before reacting to it or before doing it. So it's basically both of these cards are telling you you have to do some kind of a pause in order to get back into the swing of things and back into sync in your life with something that's been going out of sync or out of balance. The number 3 position here, we have the Queen of Swords. We have basically in this area is like what's been created. You're kind of thinking more with your head than with your than with your heart. This is what the Queen of Swords usually does. She's very wise and fair. She's also ready for battle, but she prefers to keep matters in a more civilized way. She doesn't want to do battle if she doesn't have to. And you can see she's kind of using her sword with with light of hope coming around here, and the clouds of conflict just kind of parting ways. You have the butterflies here that symbolize life, and also transformation and change. So there has been some transformation and change that is possibly coming your way here in your direction. That's why it's kind of asking you to take a pause on both of these cards. It's kind of giving you that advice before you go to the next step. And of course, here in the energy to build, you have the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands here, she's very passionate, very attractive, magnetic, energetic, confident, warm, kind person. She's very cheerful and optimistic as well. When she sets her mind to do something, she gets it done. So it's a very good card to have here in your energy to build. It's giving you energy to keep going forward, and it's saying that you'll be successful, in what you can do because you have that energy, that drive to go through, and that positive energy to keep going through. Now, what do you need to dissolve? In the area where you need to dissolve something, it shows the Two of Swords. So this card usually represents an impasse or stalemate. As you can see, she's very calm and stable-minded. She also has this 2 swords, which indicates she has to make a choice in one direction or another. But as you can see with the blindfold on, she's refusing to see the problem at hand, right? So she's avoiding trying to make that decision. So even though she's kind of scared to make the decision because she doesn't know what she needs to do, the light of hope's already here around her, and she could see that with the blindfold coming off, maybe the light actually giving some light into her situation. She can't see it if she has her blindfold on. So it is telling you you have to make a decision, but by seeing things for what they are. And remember, making no decision is also considered making a decision. So either way, it's better to make the decision you want than just to be stuck and having it done for you. Now, right here, in the synergy of the whole reading, we have a wonderful card. It's the Ace of Swords. It represents using the power of your intellect, like she does right here, to solve her problems with the Queen of Swords, right? So it represents using the power of your intellect in a just and righteous manner. So it indicates also resolving a situation. So it sounds like the situation that you're kind of trying to resolve here, whether it be with your partner or in your personal area of your life, another area of your life. It does seem to be a lot of air signs, so it could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So right here, I can see that there's like an impasse, stalemate. You kind of have stuck you're kind of stuck there with this situation here. But with this card here, it says it represents that use of being able to use your intellect to kind of solve this problem in a righteous manner. It also not only indicates resolving a situation, but it's also achieving victory. So the ace represents new beginnings, a new point of view, or just basically inspiration. So it's definitely about that new beginning that you're trying to do, or that new point of view, in order to be able to make that decision that you want to make. And of course, you'll have to take a pause in order to do that. Now, right here in the victory position, we do have the card Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is usually a card of deception, somebody being a traitor or cheating in the relationship, or cheating in in a partnership or something somewhere at work, if it's related to your work environment, for others of you, for your relationship. And again, a lot of swords in this reading, so it does definitely point towards an air sign. So if your partner is an air sign, it could definitely be relevant to them, or maybe them acting and taking those characteristics of an air sign. But this card is usually often resulting from being overconfident and making a hasty action or careless planning, which goes back to this, not making those hasty actions, to take a moment and kind of plan ahead a little bit. So you might take a pause, basically, just to kind of look at everything. And then right here, it's basically saying, even if you feel defeated or betrayed, which also talks about betrayal in its other area, you'd want to basically say, look at it, and you shouldn't feel like your losses, like everything has gone, basically. You should just kind of cut your losses and move on. So you still have two swords here. Take what you have and just move forward, learn from the lesson, and move on. There's a light of hope already coming in, so there's a lot of light coming in as well, and a lot of healing starting to come in, but you have to kind of let go of that situation in order to move forward and heal. Otherwise, you're going to stay in that bitterness and that negativity, and you don't want that. And it is in the victory position, which means you have to kind of let go of this in order to be victorious in this situation. And in number 8 position, we have reveals what you want. We have the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant is very much like a religious leader, traditional rules, very wise and very learned, right? But over here, you have the keys that are crossed in that direction, like an X. It basically means unlocking that wisdom and higher truth. So it looks like you're looking within yourself to more reflection, and kind of looking within to see what you actually want to do. This is kind of revealing what you want. So for some of you, you want that contract, or you want to release from that contract, whether it be like a marriage contract or a business contract. But you actually are looking at your situation. You want to unlock that wisdom and have the higher truth in order to make the decision you need to make. Right here in the number 9 position, on how people see you or you see yourself, is the Ace of Pentacles, another ace right above in the column of harmony. Very, very good sign. Aces. This Ace of Pentacles is having the means to reach your goal or to manifest your dreams. It represents the ability to attract what you need in order to prosper, while remaining grounded and down to earth. So it's important to be realistic and to trust in the help of reliable people around you. Again, very, very, very good point to make, and a kind of to bold, that you have to trust the people that can help you, but they have to be reliable people around you, not just anybody. So whoever you're going to trust, they have to be reliable, and that know that they have the best interest at heart for you. But it does indicate that you do have the means to reach the goal and manifest your dreams, like in the new beginning that we're talking about here, or a new point of view. Right here, we have in the root of the tree, we have the Magician, a major arcana card. Also a really great card to have is your outcome card. It is creative power and determination. The Magician's very strong-willed and ambitious. He uses all the 4 elements, of the universe that they have, with the earth, with the air, water, fire. So he reminds us to harness these powers of the universe to manifest our dreams and desires. So basically, using all of that, it reminds you to grasp the opportunities and take action consciously and deliberately, which means you do have to take a moment to really look at what you want and how you want to get there, because it reminds us to grasp those opportunities. But you want to take that action very much consciously and deliberately, not just haphazardly and without careful planning. So let's see if we have any other advice here. Let's go ahead and put this in the 11th position here of the Tree of Life. And we have a Six of Swords. So again, it does seem like your partner, your boyfriend, girlfriend might have, it might be an air sign again, because it does have a lot of air signs in here, a lot of swords. So those are the air signs. This is a Six of Swords. Now, being that it's in this position, to clarify the situation up here, the Six of Swords is a period of transition, which I can see the transition and the transformation from the Ace of Swords as well. So it's that new period of transition, moving away from something in your past. But it's a sense of sadness, of course, leaving something behind. But it's also a sense of anticipation, looking forward to what the journey is going to bring you. And of course, as you can see, the clouds are already parting. She doesn't even need the swords, so she's dropping them and leaving them behind as she goes forward into her new journey, even though it's not quite known, but she knows there's, light of hope coming in. So she's going, and she knows she's going into the positive direction. So right here, as we have the pillar of severity, the pillar of mercy, and then of course the pillar of harmony, and we go back up in the reverse of the pillar of harmony and see if we can get a different perspective or a recap of how to solve the situation where you're kind of stuck right now because you're not sure on how to decide things. One, remember you have the Magician, Major Arcana card, very positive, reminding you to take opportunities, with a deliberateness, not just haphazardly. So basically, think about it before you make that step, using that creative power that you have, that determination. You have the Ace of Pentacles again, making those dreams come true, and doing it in a very realistic, which means you have to see things for what they are, in a very realistic and very kind of down to earth way. Learn from the lesson, take your losses, because you're looking to have something more concrete. And right here, of course, with the energy of the Queen of Wands, nothing can stop you. You're very positive, very determined. However, in order to make your decision that you have to make, you're going to have to see things realistically. Like it says in the Ace of Pentacles as well, about being very realistic and looking at these transformations, these new opportunities that are coming up for you. And also maybe even a new point of view on how you're seeing the situation here. But you definitely have to kind of cut your losses, drop the swords, just leave them behind. It's time for you to move forward into a more positive direction. So by doing that and stepping back, not stepping back, but kind of pausing before you're making those decisions and kind of thinking with your head more than your heart, you might be able to turn this wheel of fortune, Major Arcana card, back upside up and have the wheel going the way it should be going. And that way, that pause that you take will be in order to get back in step with the universe, back in step to where the path that you should be following. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I am going to go ahead and add, I bought these new cards that are called the Butterfly Oracle cards, and they're for life changes. And let's see if there's a hint here on some one of the life changes and some advice that we might be able to read about. So let me just shuffle them a little more. And I hope you like them. If you don't like them, or if you do like them, please comment in the comment section just so I know if I should have these in for the next reading or if I should leave them out. I just thought it'd be something kind of different and fun to do. So let me see. Actually, I think this card's the one calling here. Oh, this one's called Gracefully Aging. So Gracefully Aging, with this card, it just reminds us that in life, even though we're growing older, and some of us may be a little older than others, obviously, maybe some of you are retiring, some of you Pisces that are retiring, remember you have a lot to give still. There's a lot of mentoring that needs to be done. There's a lot of helping others grow as well in their path, because you've learned a lot in the path that you've been in. So just kind of, grasp that. And for others of you, it's just maybe something such as basic as just being, having a beauty routine change. So this is really a neat little card to have. And basically that's it for the month of September 2022. Thank you for joining me. If you like this video, please do subscribe so I know you want me to make these videos in the future. I hope to see you in the near future for the next month. And I wish you lots of peace, light, and love in your path. See you soon.